Welcome back. Still watching Business Morning live on Channels Television. Now to our next conversation. We're looking at transport, digitizing transport in Nigeria. You know, society cannot function optimally if it doesn't have measures in place to, facilitate transport from movement to work to travel around the world. Being able to arrive at various places or deliver different items in time is vital for overall productivity and sustainable development. And it's for this reason we see Treepz, a tech company focused on the transport sector, is moving on to digitize transportation in Nigeria and Africa. Well, join us now is Onyeka Akuma, Treepz CEO and co-founder. Great to have you on the program. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Great to have you as always. Well, commuting around Lagos, can be quite cumbersome with man hours wasted on the road, traffic and other issues. A report just said an average Nigerian spends about 1,080 hours in traffic. Tell us about Treepz and what you're doing to solve some of these problems.
Yeah, so I was listening to your conversation earlier on with I think, Damino, and the conversation around 1,880 hours spent in traffic by a typical Nigerian. And it's to interest you that I'm sure 50% of that number is coming out of Lagos. Now, it was the experience that made us build Treepz to get more people, like she mentioned, keeping their cars at home and sharing rides as against having to bring all their cars on the road. So the Treepz app in itself is a mobile app that now allows you to predict your travel time across cities and within cities. What we've been able to do is you can now have a mobile app in your hand that tells you when a bus is going to arrive at your bus stop, and then you're able to make a decision about which bus or which vehicle you want to board, the number of seats you want to get out of that bus, and then you pay digitally, so you don't have to pay with cash. Now that allows you to predict your travel time, and you're able to get to the bus stop and make your trip in the most convenient, in the most comfortable and secure way possible. Now, what that is doing is that more and more people are leaving their cars at home and now getting on decent buses, air-conditioned buses, safe buses to commute within cities. And that's what we've been doing for over 560,000 people in the last 2 years that have used Treepz to move within cities and across cities. The second thing we've done is we've been able to get people to download the Treepz app and say, hey, I want to go from Lagos to Abuja. I want to go from Abuja to Port Harcourt. I'm able to get on the Treepz app, and then I decide that I want to go with maybe GUO or ABC or AFEX. I'm able to download the Treepz app and then book on any of these bus services. And what that does for me is that I am able to get to the bus park and just present my e-ticket, because I've confirmed my booking, I've confirmed my seat, and I've paid electronically. So now I'm able to make that trip across over 20 cities in Nigeria using the Treepz app. And so in essence, that's what Treepz is bringing to the market as we continue to look at how we decentralize the roads from more cars moving on the road.
All right, so you talked about, getting your bus at a particular time. So I'm wondering, with traffic and, all these other, how do you ensure that if the bus is arriving by 2, the bus actually gets there by 2 p.m.?
Yeah, so it's simple. What we've done is we've been able to put some trackers on our vehicles. So when we say we are preaching security, we know where our buses are per time. But in addition to that, it gives us the data to inform you about what time the bus to get to your bus stop. So now you're able to predict that. It tells you if you've selected the bus will tell you, you get the feedback that your bus is 5 bus stops away, your bus is 2 bus stops away, because the idea is that when the bus gets to your bus stop, you should get on that bus within 2 minutes, because it's kept that seat for you prior to getting to that bus stop. So the idea of giving people data and allowing them inform how they get on their buses, it's something that is not, it's not brand new, but it's new for our ecosystem, but you can get that outside of Africa in other parts of the world. Now we've brought it into Nigeria, now we've brought it into Lagos, and we see the experience of our customers who are excited about continuously using the service.
All right, well, it's obviously not new, but obviously for Nigeria has a peculiar, situation, but who is this actually for? Who can use this tech?
I mean, anyone. So we have different set of customers, if I will define them. The first set of customers we have are the everyday users that want to go from one bus stop to the other. So they're able to download the app and say, hey, I want to move from CMS to Ajah. I'm able to get on the app and it shows me the vehicles coming through my route, and I take one of those trips. The second customer is corporate or our corporate organizations. And so I want to have my staff moving from the office to their homes and their homes to the office, and I don't want to buy a bus. So what I'm able to do is to get in touch with Treepz. Treepz is able to organize a bus for me, and I'm able to move my staff. Schools are using us to move students. And so instead of just getting a school bus to move children from their homes to the schools, you're able to do that with the Treepz app. You don't have to own the bus. You're able to do that with the Treepz app. And we also provide some tracking for you to know when the students are picked up and when they are dropped off. The last customer is the bus operator. A bus operator is able to partner with us and say, I want to improve my inventory management system. I want to move from cash-based payments on my service to digital-based payments. I want to improve transparency. I want to understand who my customers are and get more customers in, and in turn, get more revenue into the system. And so that person is able to come to us and partner with us, and we provide them with the technology for them to improve their service over time and get their customers' data exciting for them to use and then improve their service. So in essence, these are the different customers we have that we're able to serve in Treepz. In addition to state governments that are now reaching out to us, ministries of transportation, not just in Nigeria, but in Ghana and in Uganda, where we've expanded our services to, they're reaching out to us to improve their own services. These are essentially the customers we're now working with.
All right. I also saw something about a transportation operating system. You tell me about that after the break. Sit tight. We'll come back to you again. Do stay with us. This is Business Morning. Welcome back. We still have Treepz CEO and co-founder Onyeka Kuma right there telling us how they're digitizing transportation in Nigeria. So before the break, we're talking about the transportation operator system. How does it work?
Transportation operator system, what we've done is recently we just partnered with a bus operator in Lagos called CMS TNM. TNM means Taxi and Motor Park. And so essentially their name is CMS Taxi and Motor Nigeria Limited. They're a 53-year-old bus service in Lagos, and they currently have about 1.6 million customers that use their services annually. So we're able to partner with them to provide the technology that would allow them to improve their inventory management system, technology that will allow them understand who their customers are, technology that will allow them move away from cash-based system to a digital-based system of collecting funds from their customers. And then in essence, all of that data comes together for them to then present it in front of investors in order to get new buses, in order to improve their services, in order to improve the park where they operate from in the marina area of Lagos. And so what Treepz in essence is done with that particular operator is become their technology partner. So people start seeing us more as collaborators as against competitors. And so the bus operator sees our service and wants to use our service to improve their experience of over 50 years in running public transportation system with the Treepz technology to continue to improve their service over time. Now that is a starting point. We're now seeing state governments that are now coming to us and say, hey, I want to power my state-owned transportation service. And in doing that, I want to use technology to understand my customers as they move from one city to the other. I want to understand my state indigents as they move within the city so that I can get data and use that data to improve how people are commuting on a daily basis in my state. And so we see that with state governments. We're seeing that now with bus operators that have seen the example of what we are trying to do now with CMS TNM and want to have a similar service for themselves. So we're very excited about the opportunity with CMS TNM. And I think it's going to be the start of something exciting for the transportation system in Nigeria as a whole.
Quite interesting. But what areas are you covering right now?
So currently we're covering Lagos. So in Lagos, we have what we call daily trips. So people are able to use us from bus stops to bus stops. We have also what we call travel trips. I'm sorry, in daily trips, we also have this covered in Ghana. So we also run the daily Treepz operation in Ghana, moving people from bus stop to bus stop. And then we have travel trips. On travel trips, it allows us to move people from city to cities. In Nigeria alone, we have 20 states that we cover in Nigeria. So you can go from Lagos to Rivers, from Rivers to Delta, Delta to Edo. You can use the Treepz app. And in this holiday season, you get the best discounts if you're using any of the bus operators, Geo, Libra, Afex, ABC, and about 12 other bus operators on our platform. You're able to get a good discount with them. Beyond that, we also have operations in Uganda and East Africa, where we've started out with 70% of all the bus operators in Uganda are currently on the Treepz app as a result of a deal we did there about a month ago. And so people are able to move from city to city in Uganda using Treepz. People are able to move from bus stop to bus stop in Ghana using Treepz. People are able to move from bus stop to bus stop in Lagos. People are able to move from bus stop to bus stop in other cities in Nigeria. But more important, people can move from one city to the other. And we're serving all these customers, about 560,000 of them in the last 2 years. And we're making them happy about their daily commutes to reduce the pain of traffic on our roads.
Okay. All right. Well, I look forward to, not having to take my car to work. I could just use a Treepz.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you
yes,
so much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you for having me.
CEO, Treepz, co-founder. Great to have you as always. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.